Hi, it's Tom from GreenShortz, and today I'm going to add a grill to my gasifying tube stove. I call it a tube because it's a square tube. I actually took this grill off of a rocket stove that I was trying to use to heat this, and it wasn't working because I was messing with the laws of physics. Not a good thing. Don't do that. My plan today is to add this grill to the top of this stove, kind of like this. I'll use what's left of the square tube here to make my legs, but I don't want it to sit quite so high. This should be a quick little project. Hey, the train's here for the thumbnail. Eyes and ears, JW. It's pretty level. There's a little bit of a rock to it, but I can even that out later. I'm gonna leave this across the front, but I'm gonna cut an air channel in the back. Hey, train's here. It's a little bit off center, but I think that's okay. I thought about welding that tab to the front here to keep the smoke from coming out the front, but I think I'm just gonna slide the grill forward and let that plate serve as the barrier to block the smoke, make it come out the sides. You can see the air channel in the back there. It's a little wobbly right there. I'm gonna just throw a bead in there with the welder. Alright, this is ready to test. Use my favorite trash fuels, chopsticks, popsicle sticks, pistachio shells. Start with a little lint. I'll need more fuel than that though. My goal with this stove is to have it be lower heat than a rocket stove. I want to be able to grill on this versus just boil water. Water's a great heat sink. You can slam as much heat at it as you want and it spreads it out. But for grilling pot stickers, which is my primary goal with this stove, I want a medium heat. Alright, I've got a nice batch fire built in here. Now I'm going to put the grill on. Definitely smoky, interfering with airflow for sure. See if I can't clear out the air holes in the front here. Still a little smoky, but less so. I see some fire coming out the back, which is nice, not out the front. I'm gonna grab some oil and season the grill. Got a little olive oil here. I'm just gonna fill in the gaps here and then I'll brush it around. And get a temp on the grill here. It's like between 380, 400 degrees. I do need to be able to refuel this while I'm cooking. Try throwing in some sticks in this side. What oil do you all season with? I just use an olive oil. This is what I have. Making sure not to splash this on my hands. Got a good start on the seasoning here. Fire's out. All right, it's time to grill some pot stickers. I'm gonna load this with a batch of twigs. I'm out of all my alternative fuels. Alright, I think that's enough fuel. I'm hoping that's enough fuel for the whole run. And then the dampened airflow will help it burn more slowly, in theory. Let's see how this works. Move the camera back and put the grill on. Thought that stick was going to be out of the way, but it's in the way. We'll use Big Mike to put the grill on. Still burning down there. Got an assortment of pot stickers here. Mandu in Korean, gyoza in Japanese. I'm guessing the Chinese may use that same word, but if you're Chinese, what do you call a dumpling? Got spicy beef, got chicken and vegetable, and I got straight vegetable. These were frozen, so I microwaved them for about 1.5 minutes first to heat up the insides. And of course they're fully cooked, so you just gotta add a little crispiness to the outside and it completes the cooking process, at least to my liking. I'm gonna add a little more fuel. Although I do see a nice secondary burn going. Smaller pieces that I can just toss over the edge there. Well, it's cooking a little slower than I thought. I'm hearing some sizzle. Hearing some birds too. It's a nice little char on that. I'm gonna try one. They're not quite as done as I would like, but need a little more practice with this, I think. I'm gonna try this one. It looks the most done. That's pretty good. I'm gonna try the spicy beef. Actually, that's the chicken. Pretty good. Maybe a little more cooking on this one. Pretty nice little char on that. I'll call this a success. Definitely slower cooking than the rocket stove. I need to figure out how much fuel to use for an appropriate batch. I'm gonna throw a little more fuel in there and finish these off. I reloaded fuel and tried to reignite it by blowing on the coals, but ended up having to use the torch again, although that lit it right up. I was able to finish cooking and enjoy the second half of my pot stickers. I will say it probably needed a little more heat, or more fuel rather, and I think the grill probably needed to be oiled up a little bit beforehand. It's not fully seasoned yet, so they did stick a little bit. Got a little practice to do on this, but I definitely think I can do some meal replacement by cooking with sticks and twigs and grilling up some of my favorite food pot stickers. As always, my mission here at Green Shorts is to help you see green so you can be green and save a little green by doing it yourself. This stove is green because I'm using found fuel and I'm burning it efficiently instead of using electricity or gas to cook. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next Saturday. Oh yeah.